Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans.
Here we go tonight. White 20.
52 the mic. 65, 65, 65. Tight dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They'll run for the first time with 7 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 76. 76. Hard ball. Lock.
Goff now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Goff. Completes it to Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
20.
56.
Go, 12. Let's go.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
56.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 56.
Here's Coleman. And an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Titans. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Ryan Succop for the point after. And his kick is no good. An auspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Throwing, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. He
rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. This is Coleman, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A gain of 4. It's now
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Goff now looking to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. He was looking for Daniels that time.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
180. 55. Oh, you got deep? What? Twitch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Big stop, D.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Bang, bang, bang.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Completes this to Waring. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam, slam. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. My God.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will get them one closer. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down and 4. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Goff. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. 56. Go. Check 56.
To the air again. Gone. Open man is Ross, complete. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Goff throwing again. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back near his goal line, here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. DC. I'm coming after you.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Mayfield down. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Chopper! I'm scared. 555.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's taken on the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They will run again with Coleman. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Hey, watch the slant. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Check. Crunch. 76. Tell him. 76. 76.
3rd and 2. Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense.
To throw, Mayfield. scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Set, 180. He don't know no better. Check 9, check 9.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Let's go. Jim.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Regular.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mayfield to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mayfield looks to throw, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. All day, baby, all day.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Coleman now. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Check 25, check 25. Value 3, value 3. Louis.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. About 3 yards there to the 27.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3rd and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Orange. 56. Months 56. Smooth. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Ready, break.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and very short, Mayfield. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A toss play to Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He's back to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Set, 180. Check 55, Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
He'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Run.
Following the penalty, Chubb looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here?
A crusher there as it's in. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A call. Luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Hines. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. On now is the Titans punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.